The history of Sant Joan has always been closely linked to water. Its proximity to the sea and to the capital have turned it into a modern city with all kinds of services. Its landscape, however, hides an agricultural past. Its traditional roads still keep beautiful corners of the Huerta, because not so long ago, Sant Joan was the heart of a fertile and prosperous orchard, L'Horta d'Alacant. L'Horta d'Alacant extended from the lower basin of the Montnegre River. It embraced the municipalities of Mutxamel, El Campeo, Sant Joan, and Alicante, with the districts of Tangel, Palamó, Santa Faz, and Condomina. The scarce rainfall and the few sources of irrigation in the area generated an incessant search for water supply. The Romans were supplied by springs in the area around Albufareta and the waters of the Juncaret ravine. Efforts to bring water from further away led to the construction of canals, ponds, and cisterns. It is worth mentioning the canalization of the waters of Alcornia with Acequia de los Enamorados. During the Middle Ages, the Muslims promoted an efficient and complex network of ditches and irrigation channels that allowed the development of a fruitful orchard. They diverted the waters of the Montnegre through the original dam, where the Asut de Mutxamel is located today, and from there to the Acequia Mayor, this being the backbone of a system of branches and sub-branches that allowed to invigorate the dry landscape. This irrigated area was known as L'Horta de Dalt, made up of the irrigation channels of Alfaz, Albercoquer, Torre, Racó, Benitia, and Canelles. In Christian times, around 1377, the Asut de Sant Joan was built. It is here that the Gualero irrigation channel was born, essential to divert the arrival of the aqueduct and take advantage of the rainwater to irrigate L'Horta de Baix. Its waters flowed into the main irrigation channel, where the Molí del Señor Rey used the power of the water. The layout of the irrigation ditches determined the urban configuration of Sant Joan. The major irrigation ditch descended the Maguimona, where it started, giving way to the Alfadrami, which went in the direction of La Condomina, passing through the lands of Santa Faz. Further on, the Partidor del Toril divided the major irrigation channel towards the Les Moletes on one side, running along Calle del Mar towards the lower part of Fabrequer, and on the other, down Calle Mayor and Calle del Carmen towards Benimarrel. But the times of drought were a constant in the Camp d'Alacant. The population went to pray for rain, highlighting the miracles of the tears of the relics of Santa Faz and the Virgen de Loreto. It was from the 16th century onwards when the period of greatest prosperity of the Alicante region began to take shape, thanks to the construction of the first reservoir in Europe, the TB Reservoir. This colossal engineering work was essential to take advantage of the riverbed. The distribution of the so-called old and new waters originated efficient regulation mechanisms. The dam led to the extension of crops throughout the Huerta, generating an unprecedented economic development. To supply the irrigators, the water market was held every Thursday and Sunday in the current Maisonave Square. It was a meeting point for farmers and water holders who came with their albalais. Auctions were also held in ordinary conversation for the purchase and sale of water, regulated by the irrigation syndicate. In the middle of the 19th century, the Asut de El Campeo was built to supply the fields on the left bank of the Montnegre. Also, landowners experimented with new formulas to obtain groundwater under the dry fields, such as the development of mines that accumulated in ponds. Today, the traces of Huerta de Alacant languish, doomed to oblivion. Urban development has left few traces of the agricultural society that characterized our territory for centuries. Its ruins still allow us to understand the splendor of an era through an exciting journey through time. A valuable heritage legacy that has not completely disappeared, thanks to the tenacity of its inhabitants.